We're gonna try it. We grab a Spellbinder out of the whole dealio. We do die here, whatever. But we still get to play the Prince. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls and goblins. I know you are. Thanks again for helping support the channel. Drop off the thumbs up right now at the start before anything. I know you can hear me. Lorehold Exile is on the menu today, abusing Stonebinder's Familiar with a flurry of other Exile effects. Some of the most notable new cards: Conspiracy Theorist, Elite Spellbinder. Those are my favorite in the set. This deck is really a lot of fun. It is an aggro deck. Within the video, we'll break down the deck. Let's give you an in-depth look at exactly what's going on, the strategies, the synergies, showcase our gameplay footage, discuss the playlines and interactions, and of course wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review. This is going to give you, the viewer, a great idea whether or not this deck coheres with your personal playstyle and of course your wildcard collection and budget, as we are getting closer to the Forgotten Realms, or Adventure into the Forgotten Realms, I believe, the new D&D playset, which you can win for free by subscribing to the channel. Jump into the Discord and make sure you're in to the giveaway list within the Discord so you don't miss out on that. And that's a lot of fun. So with this all being said, we have a quick message from one of our recent sponsors, and then we'll get into the gameplay footage and deck review. Thanks again. Let's see, what's this guy doing, right? What's he talking about? Alrighty, LOL, I don't know. I had to do something. It was part of our free share agreement. I put them in a little bit of a video, so I hope you enjoyed that. 2.5 average mana value cost here. 28 creatures, 10 non-creatures with 22 land to reflect the lighter curve. It revolves around Stonebinder's Familiar. This is what I believe to be a sleeper. This is a 1/1. Spirit Dog. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Stonebinder Familiar. This ability activates only once each turn. Very, very good, right? So we can combo that with, a flurry of things here. Whenever we cast a creature with Adventure, that card goes into exile, triggering the Stonebinder Familiar. So we've got Stomp. 2 damage to any target. Damage can't be prevented. Pushes the Stonebinder up to 2. We also have things like the Robber of the Rich, exiling cards from the top of our opponent's library. A 2/2 with Reach and Haste. Whenever opponent has more cards in hand than you do and Robber of the Rich attacks, you get to exile the top card of their library, which is great, right? And you can play that card any turn that you've attacked with a rogue. We have 4 copies of Conspiracy Theorist as well, a 2/2. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1, discard a card. If you do, draw a card, triggering the Stonebinder. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you may exile one of them from the graveyard. If you do, you may cast at this turn. And that's, the part that's triggering it, which is really, really nice. So you'll get to discard something, draw something, and then play from exile the thing you discarded while pushing up the Stonebinder's Familiar. A lot of fun here. We have 4 copies of Prince Charming as well, a 2/2. Exile another target creature you own, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. And we can actually start just triggering our Prince Charmings together, which is really cool to set off the Stonebinder Familiar. You can gain 3 life or scry 2 as well, but I like the Exile to trigger the familiar. Moving forward, we have 4 copies of the Elite Spellbinder, 3/1 with flying for 3 mana. When it enters play, look at opponent's hand, exile a non-land card from it. As long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it by paying an additional 2. The exiling of the card triggers the familiar. We love it. We have 4 copies of the Skyclave Apparition, 2/2. When it enters play, exile target non-land, non-token permanent, triggering the familiar with mana value 4 or less. When Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, that exiled card's owner will create an XX blue illusion equal to that exiled card's converted mana cost, right? So that's really, really nice. 4 copies of Banishing Light, enchantment for 3. When it enters play, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield, pushing up the familiar. Showdown of the Skalds. You know, when it enters play, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until the end of turn, you may play those cards. Really, really good. Exiling cards for the familiar. And then on our following 2 draw steps, we'll get an emblem that states whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. You know, those words are hard to get out for me because it's just so powerful. And we can also use Sentinel's Eyes, escaping it from the grave, exile 2 other cards from the graveyard, plus paying the 1 mana to give enchanted creature +1/+1 and vigilance. You really do need the mana, right? It's a key component to winning these decks, so that's why we have 11 white manas and 7 red manas, and of course some pathway manas as well. This guy. So that's the deck, 60 cards. I really like it. I do have some ideas for where the deck will go in the future when we wrap up and have our deck review, but as far as right now, it's actually performing really nicely. And this Stonebinder familiar, I just wish we had maybe a little bit more of synergy with that. That's not spirits based. Hoggery, I believe, kind of fits with it, but we don't have enough spirits in deck to really make that work, because the other exile is just so powerful. And this Conspiracy Theorist, wow, talk about card advantage. I'm really, really liking that, especially when it's alongside Robber of the Rich. Like, very good card advantage on our 2 drops here, and you know, our 3 drops basically stifling our opponent, and then, you know, our Skalds just to replenish our hand, right? So I like the deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think Stonebinder's Familiar is really good. Turn 1, Stonebinder Familiar. Turn 2, Stomp, right, on our opponent or a blocker that they might have had, removing their creature. Stonebinder goes up. We attack. Turn 3, Elite Spellbinder. You know, that gets in their hand, or Skyclave Apparition if it's in play already. Again, pushing up the Stonebinder, making sure we can deal consistent amounts of damage while holding card advantage, which is a lot of fun. So enjoy the deck, you guys. We'll break down the gameplay footage and then come full circle to wrap up with my final thoughts and deck review. Our opponent's playing first. We have a really nice turn 1. If we could pull a Stomp, that would be ideal. Turn 2 Stomp, turn 3 Binder. So Stomp and a land. There's the land. Could use a Stomp still. Professor's okay. This is definitely Winota then, right? No attacks. We do have Spellbinder on their Winota. Nice. Woof. So they do get that 4th land, so I'm glad I took the Blade Historian. They play the dog. Let's get rid of the dog here. only a 1/1, but it still blocks the Professor. We're close to being able to cast that. Alright, nice play. Good top deck, bro. Good top deck, bro. Shoot. Not looking good. And they take our Exile. Double dang it. Let's stomp the Robber and then play the Giant. And that's a pretty good blocker, right? We can trade with the 3/3. And then we want to Exile Annex. Or the Blade Master. Whichever one they go for. If it's Blade Master, it would be worse for us, I think. We're still screwed. It's not enough. It's not enough, right? They're still gonna get hit for 8. And we can't block that. Oh man, that's just a good game, right? Like, that Blade Historian is sick. Good game. Woof! Our opponent plays first. We have 3 lands. Turn 2 Robbers. Nice. I think it'll be okay. No 1-drop. Does hurt, but it'll be okay. Maybe we go Theorist first? Is it? AKA Prismari. Let's try to get the Theorist out first. Next turn we can probably discard the Spellbinder and play it. Oh no, we can only do it. We can do that with the Prince. We're gonna try it. We grab a Spellbinder out of the whole dealio. We do die here, whatever. But we still get to play the Prince. Let's just gain some life. I think that's relatively good value because we got the draw out of it, right? They're spending their turn on a main phase draw looking for land. Looks like they do get it. Let's use Showdown here. Just try to keep pushing our advantage as far as ahead as we can. Hit for 2. These princes are showing up a little earlier than I'd like, but it's okay. They fry it. They take the draw. I'm surprised they didn't just make a treasure. They must really believe in their land draw. Oh, and they threw away a land, too. Whoa. Let's just play in as a creature. Spends all of our mana. They could have Draconic Intervention to fry us, right? So we don't want to play in too deep, and we want to get this above 3, all of our creatures above 3, and then, you know, eventually above 8, but good luck on that. Right? To dodge Magma Opus. Okay, they do make the treasure token here, which is good. And they get the draw, cycling through their deck pretty fast, pretty nicely. And then here we do see the Opus engrave. So yeah, it could be Draconic Intervention time just to wipe our field no matter what we have. So let's snag it from their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could still play it. Let's take a look. Alright, they take the damage there. Let's see what's in their hand here. Incredibly interesting to me. Graven Lore is going to be more expensive, just to slow them down. I say let's just attack their hand. Saw it coming, can't be foretold now because it's already in exile. They're just left with copies of Will and Rowan and a land. Okay, draw 2 here, -3.
I just need to keep a cool head.
Oh.
Just take a moment and cool off.
I guess. And then we can deal all of our damage in. Bingo, bango, bongo, down to 2. Can't say that I mind it. That should be game. Nice. Isn't it fun when you play 2 original decks? I guess all decks are original for a while. This one is kind of bullying. And we didn't get to focus on the dog, right? I wish we had the dog to showcase as well through all the exile, right? But I still had fun. Going first, that's alright. No 1-drops, but we'll get there. Let's just gain life. There's a red land there, right? You never know. Life is important. Okay, it's Winota. Selfless Savior, frig off. Let's see what your hand looks like. Wow, we are in danger. Oh, they do get a drop. Huh? 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 This is gonna be a really hard match to win. It's 3 lands. That's incredible. So here comes a Blade Historian. No Haktos first, eh? Nice. Protection from everything but 2. Which we can just chump block, as long as it doesn't get trample. That Exile off the top is deadly. Oh, but we can't get it. I remember. Yeah, I guess. Let's just try to push up the dog. I mean, with the first strike 6, we're not getting anything, right? We can cycle these princes to push the dog up on their turn as well, on their end step, right? But, yikes. There's a land. Here comes the Blade Historians. Yeah, not good. So silly. That's it for 6. Down to 12. Dog's doing some work here for us. Dogs are doing some work. Oh, their own dog. So that is really bad for us. Without that savior, we could have won. We might still get it. We got another 2-drop to protect. That's a good amount of damage. Nice, so we get rid of the dog. Oh my gosh, that's great. And we have a blocker. The plot thickens. It's a human, so Winona doesn't get triggered. Okay, Houndmaster's good, right? Going wide. I'll allow it. This will push up both of our dogs. They definitely have to block these, right? The Stonebinder Familiar doing its job. It's an 8/8, putting in the damage. Oh, yeah. We getting there, boys. And ladies. Hopefully there's ladies, right? I know in my analytics there's not. Unless only the male populace makes YouTube accounts. Ladies don't make a YouTube account. They browse anonymously. Cool win. Deck worked. I love it. Let's try again. Our opponent plays first. I hate it. We do have a stomp, though, so that's okay, right? Annoying. And I hate it. The Exile's nice, right? We can get the Giant, or I always call it a Giant. The Love-Struck Beast. It feels like a Giant. That's freaking good. Three stomps. Are you serious? Hopefully we get our fourth land can double stomp. Okay, nice. No turn 3 Love Struck. Wow. Let's just stomp what we can. The apparition can take something bigger than a stomp, right? That's why we go this way. A third innkeeper. Hot dog. That's crazy, bro. I refuse to give them a double draw. Three Bonecrusher Giants for three, well, two Edgewell Innkeepers and a Lovestruck Beast. They did have it! Oh man, they wanted a triple draw so bad. Even that single draw hurts my life. Hopefully we don't get stomped here. Oh, man. Nice. That's game. Wow. They just had it. That's insane. And we even had really good defense. This guy. I still get it through the tax. Holy F. So that's lethal next turn. Hit. We don't want to be exiling things, right? Because of the dog now. So it's like the skull. Our whole deck is just dead against us. Good game. You know, take an educated guess about the rest of this match, right? Alright, we're gonna go first. I'll allow it. At least we have some turn 2 interaction. If we top deck our dog, I'd be very pleased, but I don't know. Oh! Does it survive? I super duper doubt it. Let's interrupt their draw. We'll get ours eventually. I need that land. Maybe we should have tried. Right, neither option. Only the Bonecrusher Giant was our Exile option there. So the Spellbinder, or Stonebinder, would have still been chilling at 1. They're probably just taking their time to a wipe. This will trigger the binder. Liliana, interesting. Down to 11. They're going slow. We're hitting for 7. Nope. We push up anyways. And then we can stomp on their turn. They can't... Oh, they take Banishing Light here. That's fine. And now they definitely need to wipe the field. Break off, Randy. Nice play. Down to 4. Bonecrusher out. We lose our Grave, which we actually do use in this deck. A little bit anyways. That's okay. I'll discard something else. That flyer's nice. They do have to block. Oh, we lose our Spellbinder here. Shoot. We should have attacked before the scry. My bad. Oops. Little misplay there. We identified it at least though, right? Oh, nice. That hits our giant. Without them having to pay life. I guess so. That's the luckiest top deck we've ever had. Wow. They were just getting ready to, like, turn the table there. We got so freaking lucky. Lorehold Exile doing the dirty. I quite enjoy it. I think it could get a little bit better. Potentially, we could work in something like Shepherd of the Flock, you know, to bounce Showdown of the Skalds. The putting of the creature in exile is still really good for the familiar. You know, we can be replaying the Spellbinder, the Skyclave Apparition, and even putting the Bonecrusher Giant back to our hand to stomp again if we need. So there's a couple cool things that we could do with the Shepherd of the Flock. I think that's my pick for the deck. What are your guys' pick for the deck? What card would you love to see in this build? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for your time and attention. Make sure to get in on our contests and giveaways. You know, everything within the Linktree link. Definitely want to get in on it. And you've seen the video earlier. You're not going to get these gloves from anyone else. Only Ewin Racing, right? So, you know, buy a chair or two. Buy 3 chairs. If you need one, of course, right? I think they're a good deal. They're good quality. And I've definitely been enjoying mine. And I'm super grateful that they reached out and wanted to send your boy one. So, yeah, cheers. happy Memorial Day weekend to all of you Americanos. We call it May long weekend. I think the holiday is Victoria's Day, which if you look up, it's some Christian thing, I guess, but aren't they all, right? So have a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next. Take care. Peace.